Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Starmade. Today we are gonna rework on the landing gears for the mothership. I did have a slightly better idea. The problem with the previous system was mostly that you can only adjust the angles in 45-degree steps. And that is just not fine-tuned enough for landing legs in my opinion. So I thought what we could do instead is maybe set up something more like a piston system. What I mean by that is that we are going to attach a bunch of landing legs to this block right here. Then we're gonna have a bunch of rails right here so we can, if we want to make this actually go down along the rails, and it will pop down the landing legs. Now if you remember, down below we have our circling huge super duper thing, and we need to be careful that we still leave some empty space so it can actually shoot through. You can see it shoots through this layer here. Well, so I would say we get things started. First and foremost, we want our basic rails. We want them to point into any direction, it doesn't really matter. Then on this side right here, actually we're gonna go up one more. Yeah, we need to leave this one here free. Then next to it I want to have one that goes down, and on the right side one that goes up. We're also going to attach a button to the left and right of those guys, hooking them up with all of these rails, just like with this guy. Then we want a activation module, maybe right here. No, that was a button, and we don't want it to hook up to anything. There we go, activation module. And on the right side we want a NOT signal. This is the closing stage, so I think this makes sense. We're going to hook up this activation module to the button and to the NOT gate, and the NOT gate to this button. There we go, simple as that. What do we have with that? If we activate this button right here, then the rails will switch into that stage, and if we deactivate it, they will switch into the other stage, and therefore lifting up the landing legs. I think this is a much easier and more reliable system for a huge ship such as this. However, one more thing that I tend to forget is to place one of these remote access thingies. Yeah, just ship remote. And we want to edit that into landing gear, I guess. Hook this up with our activation module and we should be done. Let's actually check that out. No, I'm actually not in the ship core, so it doesn't matter. We just have to trust. Anyways, let's hop out of this build block and we're gonna make our way into this ship core. I already put the docking beam right there, beautiful. Yeah, this is the basic setup we are gonna go for, which means I can start placing blocks, and we can do this actually really adjacent to the other blocks, just like that. And holy cow, did you see that? I actually took the slanted blocks here. I didn't realize. Can we use the lighten mode maybe? No, look at that. You barely can see it. It's just at certain angles. There we go. Though I guess we would also need a symmetry plane, right? We're gonna have that right there. Okay, this is actually all for the functionality of the landing legs. Now we just have to kind of build them. And I do really think I want this really adjacent to our current blocks right here. This should look really cool once it is completed. Now before we go too far, I managed to build about a quarter of it. Not even a quarter actually. We want to test it out, just to be sure that we are still on the safe side. We want to activate this module, and holy cow, it actually works. The question will be, is this gonna be far enough? But we can of course always just add a bunch of rails as we please. Let's disable it again. Beautiful. Great, I love it. Okay, let me work on that a little bit more. We will need a little bit more distinguished landing leg shapes. This is gonna be interesting how to achieve. Well, if you look at the entire mothership, a lot of it is random, and so will be the landing legs. It's not gonna be very conventional, but I'm gonna do my best. So see ya in a second. Okay guys, back we are. I took myself the liberty of starting with the basic shapes. Now these are going to be the shapes of our landing legs. What do you think about that? I think it's much better. I think it looks like a little butt and the mothership will sit down on it. Gotta love it. Anyways, there are a few things we need to correct. So for instance, right here you can see these corners are all very ugly, and I kind of managed to do something nifty on the other side. As you can see, this looks rather cool, I have to say. So we are gonna repeat that on the top side, and what we have to do is just remove this guy right here, the block beneath the holes, and then add another slope like so. And we can basically do this at every instance, and sometimes it will result in a longer strip. Oh, I actually did something wrong here. What did I do? Oh yeah, we have to remove this one, of course. There we go. And then this one as well. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually really do like that. However, I still made a mistake. This should be like straight here. Oh geez, the 3D space is just so freaking confusing. Maybe we have to remove this block here and then add this. Oh yeah. Okay, much better, much better. Now it makes actually sense. Yeah, and right here it results in some kind of a triangle shape. Right, let's continue to do that for the entire wing, and then I think we can finally continue kind of expanding that. Of course, before we do anything else, we should again test if it still works, or if I placed a bunch of blocks somewhere where they will prevent the whole contraption from moving, ruining all the fun for us. That's not gonna happen, don't worry. Don't panic, guys. You guys are so easily panicked. I don't even know how to calm you down anymore. But yeah, what do you think about that? I think it looks actually rather nice. We could even consider putting a bunch of lights behind it that might give off a cool effect. Oh man, again, I did do something wrong here. I don't understand. I think I did something different with the gray as well. Maybe that's why it's not kind of working out. Oh well, that still looks good enough for me. Alright, we did it. Look at that. This looks so much better. You can actually see kind of the shapes that are going on, and it's just not as blocky as before. However, let's get out of here. Where are we? Oh yeah, we are beneath it, so we have to hop into here and activate this module. Oh yes, it is actually still working. I'm so glad. Let's have a look at that. Or can I actually do that from here? Kind of move into the build block, and then we can have a look at it. Yeah, it is now all the way down. That is good. Now you have to imagine it will of course be expanded downwards slightly, so it will be going even further down. And then we can again use this button and the entire leg will move up again. That is good. Maybe we want to make it a little bit slower, just for the epicness, you know. Anyways, let me think about the next step. What we're probably gonna do is build down about 5 or so blocks and kind of expand this. I don't want to make this landing leg solid. It's just gonna have like a top connected with a bunch of blocks and then a bottom which is similarly shaped as this one. So let's see how the next stage will look like. Okay guys, so I have discovered the force field blocks. I just love those guys. They are insanely cool, and what is even cooler is that you can actually influence them using logic. Well, of course you can, it's logical. But I didn't necessarily expect it to be already programmed in. Even though this block is in existence for quite a while, why the heck haven't I used it yet? It's crazy. Anyways, let's hook up this wireless module with one of our buttons. Let's see. No, not a button. We just want this guy here, an activation module. This wireless module will activate the activation module. The activation module will activate all of those. Yes, all of them. No, not all of them are actually selected. Oh geez, I built it in a weird way so that it doesn't select all of them. So right, technically that means if we enable this, then all of these should be activated, and if we disable this, then they will be gone. Oh my gosh, I just gotta love it. Now, do we want to make this for the entire thing is the question. I don't know, right now we are actually pulled down. I expanded the rails slightly, as you can see, and I would suggest that we are gonna fill up the freaking force field here. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we can start filling up this one right here. Is that a good idea to go all the way? Yeah, I mean, I guess if we don't like it, we can still switch things around, don't you think? Okay, right, how would that look? How would that make sense at all, even? I don't know yet. We will have to go into a build block of the mothership. Right here, this seems to be fine. Then we need a wireless module, of course hooking up to the first one. Where do we want this to be? Probably right here. We want to select this one. Wireless module will be activated. Oh no, I didn't mean to copy that. Get rid of the symmetry plane. There you go. And then we want to select this wireless module and hook it up to the other one. Where are you, guy? All the way over here. There we go. Wireless blocks connected. That means if we disable this thing right here, then also the force field shouldn't be visible anymore. Hold the phone. Is this still connected? Yeah, this should actually work. Let's see if it was just some initial logic fail. Let's activate this. Alright, is the force field there? Okay, the force field is there. Then we deactivate this and the force field should hopefully also be disabled. Beautiful, so we only activate the force field really when we want to land. Which obviously is exactly what I wanted to go for. Right, so let's hop back into this. Now the only question is, let's actually enable it ourselves just briefly. Do we want to go with, you know, the entire thing being a force field down below? Or is it too exaggerated? Will it not look epic enough anymore? I guess to begin with, I'm just gonna start filling out the entire thing. And in case you guys have a better idea, then let me know. Before I go too far, let's set the symmetry plane again. I tend to forget. Oh, and another thing I should do is actually select this guy so that everything is already hooking up automatically. Let's actually check that out. These things right here on the other side should now also be hooked up. Okay, yeah, looks about right. I guess it doesn't matter. In the end, everything is connected to each other anyways, and I can hook it up all at once using Shift V. So what am I even talking about? Let me quickly finish this and I'll be right back. Right, so the force field is kind of installed. Now I'm actually tempted to draw a white line around the force field just to make it look a little bit more realistic, as if there was some kind of a force field projector of some sorts. I don't know. Let's disable this bad boy. There we go. Oh. It just took a while to do that. Okay, right, before we continue with anything else, I would say we're gonna have a proper look at the system. Now, I unfortunately cannot do that from the build block, I think. Yeah, we actually might have to move into the core block, which of course sucks. 239 meters away. Well, let's take on the journey. It doesn't sound like much, but the problem is that I do not have a lot of entrances to the mothership currently. Or maybe I already did it. I might have removed a block or two because I lost the patience. No. But I think it is about time we do that. Come on, give me that ship block. There we go. And where's the core? Right here. So let's dig a hole in here, and I have to dig a second hole in here. Maybe we don't do it right on top of the core. Maybe we dig a hole right here. There we go. Beautiful. I can access it. Great. That also means we should be able to get those landing gears and maybe place them in slot number 9. And now we go into a convenient position, into cinematic view. And of course we check that out. That seems about right. Oh, I'm glad we got rid of the chicken legs there. Okay, number 9. Can I use it in this mode? I don't think so. No, I have to go back into here, press number 9 and switch back. That did not work. Oh man, I'm so stupid. I'm making the same mistakes all the time. You don't just press number 9, you press the freaking mouse button. Nathan. That was just me hitting myself for my generous stupidity. Come on, do that once again. We want to go into flight mode, number 9, and then mouse button and get out again. Force field is activating, and is the contraption moving? Uh-oh, we still have an issue. Is it moving and just very slowly because I added too many blocks? That could be the case. Oh yeah, it had to be. Yeah, look at that. It is moving very, 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 very slowly. Ah, that is too disappointing. I need more mass enhancers. Where do I have? Look at that. I have all my mass enhancers right here. I also wonder right here, we should actually add another remote control. What is exactly activating this contraption? Let's hit that. Yeah, oh man. Oh, holy cow. Okay, let's deactivate that again. Before I forget it, we do it. Remote ship control right here. This should activate this bad boy. Then we edit this into Spinny Thingy. Good, glad we got that sorted out. We should maybe also add that to our collection, Spinny Thingy. Right, so I was about to place more mass enhancers. Okay, I have 1,800 left. That just has to do. It just has to be enough. Let's see, is there a convenient spot where we could add more of those guys? Oh man, I kind of wish we can do it right here. Is there something that prevents me from doing so? No, I guess not really, actually. So maybe let's do that. We are gonna make a 3x3 and then we can slowly but surely fill this up and hopefully everything will just go fine. Okay, there we go. Did that already help? How can I check if it helped? Oh yeah, look at that. We're actually all the way down, so I think it was enough. We can definitely check that out if we just hit the spacebar and then number 9 once again. Beautiful. Oh yeah. It actually also now has a nice speed. Okay, once again, maybe it is still going too fast actually. Once again, hit that button and there we go, landing gear going down. We will be landing on the force field. Right now it looks like the landing gear is a little bit further to the back, but of course the front is much less heavy than the back. So this should be like the center of mass, or at least about. Let's also activate number 8 just for the sheer fun of it. Oh yeah, and then number 9 again to retract the landing gear. I like it. We have to attach more things like that so that we can fill our entire hotbar up here with useless things, but that are actually a lot of fun. Well guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the episode at this point. It was a curious one, but I'm glad we got that over with. The chicken legs we had before were just not doing the trick for me, and I didn't manage to implement them properly because of the 45 degrees angles. But other than that guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great time. Don't forget to leave your support down below. It really helps me out. It makes my day. And I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.